Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Did you know when you look through a telescope, over 90% of what you see in deep space isn't a star. It's a galaxy, a nebula, or a star cluster. These are called non-stellar deep sky objects and are essential for understanding how stars are born, how galaxies evolve, and where heavy elements like oxygen and carbon are created. In this video, I will break down the three major types of these objects, explain their different forms, and show you real examples that astronomers study every day. If you are serious about astronomy, this is the foundation you need. Let's start with the largest ones. Galaxies are immense systems of star, gas, dust, and dark matter held together by gravity. They come in different shapes, and each type tells a story about how galaxies grow and evolve. We have different kinds of galaxies. Number one is called spiral galaxies. They have a bright central core with long curved arms that wind outward like a cosmic pinwheel. These arms are full of young blue stars and glowing nebulae. The Andromeda Galaxy, also known as M31, is a classic example of a spiral galaxy. This galaxy behind me is a spiral galaxy too. The second type is elliptical galaxies, which are smooth and round, ranging from nearly spherical to stretched-out ovals. They contain older stars and very little gas or dust, which means new stars rarely form. M87, located in the Virgo cluster, is a well-known example of an elliptical galaxy. The last type is irregular galaxies, which lack a defined shape and often appear chaotic due to past collisions or gravitational interactions with other galaxies. Despite their irregular appearance, they are rich in gas and active star formation. The Large Magellanic Cloud is a famous irregular galaxy visible from the southern hemisphere. Now that we've covered galaxies, let's jump into nebulae. Nebulae are vast clouds of gas and dust floating in space. They come in different types, each with unique characteristics and roles in the life cycle of stars. Now let's explore the main types of nebulae. The first type is emission nebulae. They glow brightly on their own because the gas inside is energized by nearby hot stars, causing it to emit vivid colors, often reds and pinks from hydrogen gas. A famous example is the Orion Nebula, also known as M42. The next type is reflection nebulae. Unlike emission nebulae, they don't produce their own light. Instead, they shine by reflecting the light of nearby stars, often appearing blue because blue light scatters more easily. The nebula surrounding the Pleiades star cluster is a well-known reflection nebula. Then we have dark nebulae. These are dense clouds of dust that block light from stars and other objects behind them, creating dark patches against brighter backgrounds. The Horsehead Nebula in the constellation Orion is a striking example of a dark nebula. Finally, there are planetary nebulae. Despite their name, planetary nebulae have nothing to do with planets. They form when dying stars shed their outer layers, leaving behind glowing shells of gas and a small dense core called a white dwarf. The Ring Nebula, or M57, is a classic example of a planetary nebula. Now that we have explored beautiful and varied types of nebulae, let's turn our attention to star clusters. They are groups of stars that form together from the same cloud of gas and dust. They travel through space as families, bound by gravity. There are two main types of star clusters. The first type is open clusters. These are loose young groups of stars often found in the spiral arms of galaxies. They can contain anywhere from few dozen to a few thousand stars. Because they are loosely bound, the stars in open clusters gradually drift apart over time. The Pleiades, also called the Seven Sisters, is one of the most famous examples of an open cluster. The second type is globular clusters. These are dense spherical groups of ancient stars, tightly packed into a ball. Globular clusters orbit the outer regions of galaxies and can contain hundreds of thousands of stars. These are among the oldest objects in the universe. Omega Centauri and M13, are well-known examples of globular clusters. In the next video, we'll take this one step further and explore the Messier objects, a famous catalog filled with some of the most spectacular non-stellar objects ever discovered. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode.